the 10th and last regular season edition of the Eagle Citings for Nashville Christian School football. We're trying to showcase and highlight some of the efforts and achievements of our student athletes on the football field and various other places in our school. And this week we're just going to wrap up, like we said, the regular season. We had a week 10 game last week at Byrns. Always a very tough opponent, and a team that the last few years anyway, last several years, has been sort of the top of the heap in our district. And so we went up there with an opportunity to play the team that was in second place in our district in Byrns, and really played well for 3 quarters. Unfortunately, it's a 4-quarter game, and we had some early mistakes to try to overcome, and did some really nice things, and just weren't able to quite get the victory. But at the same time, we did throughout the course of the season secure a playoff spot. I found that out after the game on Friday night, so that was really exciting. But in terms of the game itself, leaned on Ryan Young to come back in at quarterback, threw for over 100 yards, completed more than half his passes. Really moved us down the field with his legs as well. We can do some things with him in the running game, even from the quarterback position. So with our offensive line, really providing some good protection. Hunter Pierce, Hayden Mueller, Sam Cooper, Joe Whalen, the seniors up front, and then Alex Gibbons at left tackle, the freshman, starting at left tackle for about his 5th or 6th game now. And those guys really had a clean pocket set up for Ryan to throw the ball from, and opened up some holes in the run game as well for him. So that was good to see. And as we head into our playoff season, it's nice to see Ryan get a little more settled back there, and see our line, continue to play well. Running game, Brandon McCoy had another great game at fullback. Had some big runs for us and a couple of nice catches. Philip Booker had a great night. Unfortunately, one of his 70-yard touchdown runs was called back for sort of a phantom penalty, none that we could find on the film. A good night, a night where the guys fought hard, played a full 4-quarter game, fought to the very end, and really showed a good face of our school and our athletic program to really finish the season off, fighting all the way through the final horn. And so offensively, that's kind of where we stood. Defensively, again, a great game by Sam Cooper up front. Joe Whalen really played tough again with still some nagging pain in his shoulder and neck area, but just toughed it through again and really fought in the middle for us as well. Secondary played pretty well. We gave up some yardage on some screen passes and outside flat routes, but deep balls were not a concern as they had been in the previous couple of weeks, and so we showed some improvement there. Taylor Hendricks, Philip Booker, Taylor Shelton playing corner, and Ryan Young again at free safety. Did a nice job of protecting the deep part of the field for us, and the guys up front did a good job as well in the run game. We just weren't quite able to put it all together. I'll tell you one thing that in particular stood out to us as sort of representative of the type of young men we have on our team and the direction our program is going, is that in this game we fell behind early and really had an opportunity, if so chosen, to kind of fold up the tent and go home, and our guys fought valiantly for the remaining 3 quarters. The first quarter was really troubling in that we had a chance to tie the game at 14-7, and a 70-yard touchdown run was called back for a penalty that was a bit of a bad call, and our guys did not hang their heads. Instead, they chose to fight through that and to come back and persevere. And for the remainder of the game, the score was 14-7 Nashville Christian. And so after the early setback, we continued to fight and actually outperform our opponent. Unfortunately, just wasn't quite enough to get back to the winning side on the scoreboard, but we did show some great resilience and some great fight, and something that we can really hang our hat on as we move forward, not only in this year's playoffs, but in the future of the program as well. But we did finish strong, and that did launch us into our postseason, which we're excited about. This is our 2nd year in a row to make the postseason. It had been a little bit of a dry spell at Nashville Christian, but fortunately these last couple of years, guys have put in great work. The assistant coaches have done a great job getting plans together, and we're enjoying our 2nd straight playoff run. This senior class has really been able to enjoy, I hope, the idea that, or the fact that they've been in playoffs their junior and senior year, and that's something that a lot of junior and senior classes lately have not been able to say. And so we hope that carries us forward and becomes sort of expected, but at the same time that raised level of expectation also raises the need for preparation and for work in the off season. So anytime you can get extra practice time with your young guys, as we're doing right now, guys like Chase Clemmer, Luke Mathis, Hayden Boucher is a guy who's played a lot on Friday nights, but also continues to get work on our scout team. A lot of those guys can get some good work in and really develop themselves more for our future as well. And then we go into Moore County Friday night for the first round playoff game. And this a place that we haven't been, at least that I know of, in quite a while. Certainly in the last 2 years when I've been here, we've not played Moore County, so it'll be a little bit of a surprise visit. You know, we're not really sure what to expect other than what we've seen on film. They're a tough team. Obviously, they're a playoff team as well, and there are no bad teams in the playoffs. So we've got to get ready for that, and we're looking forward to a fun trip down to Lynchburg, and hopefully another first-round victory in the playoffs as we had last year, and then moving on if possible as well. So we're looking for a great night on Friday night. It's going to be a fun atmosphere, and we're excited about reporting next week on the exciting play of our students as well in Eagle Citings.